question about how I knew Tim was the one. So stay tuned on.
Hi, we're in the car, going on a date. But I figured I'd just do this really short, answer this short question. I got asked to make a video about how I knew Tim was the one. So I had to figure out where I'm looking. Oh, it's right there. Anyway, the one. You want to tell them what you said?
A dove landed on your shoulder and said that I was the one.
Yeah, no. So let me preface this by saying that I grew up, all of us are very imaginative and creative because both of our parents are. So I grew up in fairy worlds and, you know, love at first sight and all that, and there's a soulmate, only one, God made only one person for you out there in the world, and so on and so on and so forth. But as I got older, I stopped believing those things. I do think that you can have instant connections with people. So in a way, I do believe in love at first sight, but I do not believe there is just one person for you. And I don't believe that God just made one person for you, which I don't know if that's a popular thought or not, but I don't. I believe it's a choice. I believe you have a choice. When it came to Tim, he was everything that I ever would have wanted in a man.
Obviously.
We got along, he made me laugh and all of those things. But a dove did not land on my shoulder. And a lot of people say, how did you know they were the one? And people say, I just knew. But I made the choice. I don't know. It was a choice for me. I was like, this is who I want to be my teammate for the rest of my life. And obviously I asked God, I was like, hey, how do you feel about this? Because maybe he was gonna be like, wait, don't choose this one, you know, for reasons I would never have known. But I felt God's approval of Tim as a man of God. And so together, being spirit-led, I chose him. I was like, he is the one. He's the one that I'm choosing, not the one like my soulmate that we've been separated since birth and now we're coming together, and you know, it was a choice. And when we made our vows and we entered into a covenant, then he became the one. You know, if that makes sense. But so it may take some romance out of it, maybe, but to me it actually makes it feel more romantic because I didn't fall and trip into love with Tim. When we had our first date, I was like, this guy, if my parents like this guy, and if God, I felt peace with God about it, I was like, this is it for me. Like, this is who I'm choosing because I can't imagine being on someone else's team.
And she chose to kiss me on the second date, just so you know.
I did. It was like a peck. He bet me that if he beat me in speed, best out of 3, that I would have to give him a kiss. And I did. And I didn't even lose on purpose. But I just want to encourage you, if you are single and you've had this pressure of, oh my gosh, who's out there, who's the one out there for me? What if I miss it? What if I shouldn't go to that 3-month-long missions trip because what if I miss the one, here and blah, blah, blah. And I just want to encourage you to, first off, be empowered that you, according to all of Romans 8, and anything basically anybody says in the Bible, you can be confident that you can make spirit-led choices. So if God's telling you to go to a 3-month mission trip in Africa, I don't think that's going to be a bad decision. But the ultimate thing is that you have the choice, and honestly, we could have ended up choosing anybody else. You know what I mean? Like, maybe an old girlfriend of Tim's didn't reject him, and so they chose each other, or vice versa. Don't put so much pressure on that, just of finding your other half. It only becomes your other half after you get married. When you become one, now we are one. Yep. Before that, we were not one. Before that, he was not the one. I could have decided against choosing him minutes before I walked down the aisle. And up until that point, people ask, is he the one? Is he the one? and you like nod and you're like, well, I'm choosing him to be the one. Like, I choose him. And every day we choose each other. You know, it's not, I don't know, it doesn't feel like rocket science to me. It doesn't feel like it has to be so complicated. Just if you hear the voice of the Lord and you know his voice, and just, you know,
don't listen to other people.
Yeah.
A lot of times people are like, oh, you're gonna marry someone with brown hair or brown eyes, this and that. Like, don't listen to the crazy people. If you like someone, go on a date with them, see if it works. Don't wait for that dove to fall on your shoulder, because it's never going to happen. God gave you choice. Go on a date, drink some coffee. Girls, get a free coffee out of it at least.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? Jeez.
And just know, like, I am, like, we went on a date, and I didn't really date all that much. And any of my dating experiences were super short, because I would know right away that this isn't the person God wanted me to choose. And this is another thing. You can choose someone God does not approve of. But once you are married, then it's a whole different story. Now that person, God's covenant is there, and you're going to have to work that out.
You're stuck.
But that is why I think it's so important that you are familiar with the voice of God, so that you know where his approval lies and where it doesn't lie. So even though there's not the one, there can be wrong people for you to choose, obviously. And if you're a mom watching this, I would say, you know, giving your daughters a realistic expectation of relationships is good, but empowering them on the coming behind that, empowering them like you can make the right decision in relationships, instead of giving them I think sometimes, a lot of times, moms are scared because they don't want their daughter to go with the wrong person. You know, they've had a lot more experiences, they've had a lot of friends with more experiences, so you probably know that you can marry someone who was this, and then you got married and now he's totally someone else. But give them the realistic expectations, but also give them the empowerment that they can make spirit-led choices, and they don't have to marry someone and wake up and be like, oh my gosh, who is this? What have I done? Like, it doesn't have to be that way. Girls, you do not have to be afraid of divorce. You do not have to be afraid of marrying the wrong guy. You don't have to be afraid of those things if you are listening to the voice of God now. And practice now when you're single. Like, just live life. Being single is not a disease. I just read that somewhere. Singlehood is not a disease. Live your life and have fun. And
I mean, we were kind of old in the Christian standards.
Yeah.
We were old when we got married. I was 28. You were 25, right? Yeah.
And then we got married. I was 26.
And it's like,
most of my friends were married.
Don't feel pressure just because you're 24 and the clock is ticking. No, it's not. Don't believe that crap. And feel free to stalk their, Facebook and Instagrams and things of that nature, because find out who they really are. Don't settle.
And that's the thing I loved about. I stalked him too.
She still stalks me.
I do, actually.
Like, I'm in the kitchen and I'm just like, I feel her presence.
I'm just like there. But just keep in mind, and this may kill some of if you were like me in the fairy world, marriage is earthly. This is an earthly state. We will not be married forever. We will die. Jesus will come back, and we will not be married in heaven or, in the next whatever. We will not be married. This is earthly, and the reason we're together is to make an earthly impact that is eternal. So when you're choosing your partner, don't be thinking like, oh, and blah, blah. It's like, you're gonna be going to work. Like, there's stuff that you guys will have to accomplish together. That's the whole reason why marriage is there. It's this beautiful picture of God and the church and what we do together as a unit. So just keep that in mind. I know that may be a killjoy. And then we'll be married to Jesus. He'll be a bride. No, but seriously, it is earthly, and that's why I want to make it the best I can now, because I won't have eternity. We're gonna be like best friends for all eternity, though.
Along with everyone else who's in heaven.
Yeah.
We'll all be best friends.
But it's really cool. I love marriage. Is so much fun. It is. If you are called to marriage, being married is better than being single.
For sure.
Obviously. Yeah. But being single does not have to mean you're incomplete, if that makes sense. Because I did a lot when I was single.
Yeah, Saturdays are for the boys.
Yeah, Saturdays. Whatever. So anyway, I hope that answered your question. If you have any other questions, you can ask, and I will. This has actually worked out really good because sometimes I don't really carve out time to do this at home because the lighting is not good, and I have all these reasons, but I don't really have a reason not to just chat while I'm in the car.
Yeah, lighting's bad. We bought lights. The lights are still bad.
It is. The lights we bought, maybe I just don't know how to put them up. Okay, anyway, squirrel. We are gonna go have our date, and we love each other very much. And we're gonna be parents in
a couple of months.
So marriage is awesome, and it's a beautiful earthly invention. And I thank God for it. And
you can make babies.
Yeah.
Change lives together.
Yeah.
Create lives together.
It's awesome. I'm pregnant, so. But yeah. So anyway, you guys have a good one. If you have other questions or requests for vids, let me know. They'll probably be as chill and laid back as this one. So, bye. Go out there.
Of the Lord
make spirit-led choices.
I wrote a blog to accompany this topic, and there's stuff I reiterate